we are going into our third week of our nature series, and we are here at the Yellow Pole Barn and on the Accessible Trail. So if you haven't been at the Yellow Pole Barn and you don't know about the Accessible Trail, it's a big project that we've been working on. So we have a handicap parking in the Yellow Pole Barn parking area, which we also refer to as the preservation side. So on the preservation side and on the preservation loop, we have this area for individuals who are either pushing a stroller or pushing a wheelchair or just need an easier trail to walk on rather than grass. And so we've raised a lot of money, and we've put a trail from the preservation parking lot to the preservation pond, which is the pond behind the Yellow Pole Barn. So on this trail, it goes through the woods and through the pines and ends up at our floating dock on the preservation pond. So if you haven't had a moment to check it out, please do so. Today our topic is going to be Go Find It. This is something very easy that you can make at home, or if you want to, Google it, go find it, and you can come up with your own game. But what it is it's a series of cards that has a whole bunch of different descriptions. Smelly and dry and wet and snap and crunch and heavy and spotty and all that good stuff. And so you kind of get that. And so what will happen is you will choose one card, you could choose two cards, you could choose three cards, and you would then go and explore in nature. Today we have two assistants, Amelia and Charlie. Okay, so what's gonna happen is Amelia and Charlie are going to pick a couple cards, and since we are social distancing, we're going to stay apart, and I'm going to give each of them two cards. Well, maybe we should start out with one. What do you guys think? Easy or harder?
I think easy.
Easy. One card, and then we're going to see if you can find it. So, go ahead. Pick a card, any card. Very nice. Pick a card, any card. Nice. What did you come up with?
Thin.
Thin.
Thick.
Thick. Well, how was that? That's kind of crazy. Okay, so we're gonna walk along the trail, and you guys are gonna have to find out or try to find something that's thin, and you're gonna find out something that's thick. Okay? Great.
Hey Marsha, what's this?
Oh, that is an awesome find. So do you see the stuff that looks like spit on that plant? Well, that is a spittle bug. Inside of that spit or the spittle actually, is a little tiny nymph, and he's protecting himself from other predators. And so what happens, it kind of sounds weird, he blows bubbles out of his bottom. Kind of weird, huh? So he blows those bubbles out of his bottom, he covers himself with spittle, and it helps cool him, it helps hide him, and if it's too cold, it also helps warm him up. When he grows up, he becomes a whole different bug, but that is called a spittle bug.
Well, here's another one.
Oh, and here's another one. Oh. Do we see any more?
And there's another one, and another one, and another
Look, there's
There
one.
is.
Look, two,
There's
three,
another.
4, 5.
There's two.
There's like 12 right here.
I know. Look at all of them. They're like a pack.
Look back here
There's
too.
one right
I'm gonna now that I know that's a thing.
there. They're a pack. They stay together.
See, having kids teaches you.
Hey, look, this is thin.
We're going on the trail, right? And we're supposed to stay on the trail. So when we're staying on the trail, we shouldn't get poison ivy. But sometimes that might not always be the case because poison ivy is next to the trail. So you gotta know what poison ivy looks like. So right here is some poison ivy. Leaves of 3 is the rule of let them be. Sometimes you can tell poison ivy because it kind of has a little bit of a sheen. A lot of times the lobes on each side kind of match up if you would fold them over. Sometimes these are similar, and sometimes they have red in the middle, but just know if you're in the woods and you think you've been around poison ivy, You want to wash your arms or your legs or wherever you think you touched it from. You want to take cold water, and you want to do like Dawn liquid soap or something like that and wash your arms, because it's an oil that causes the rash. And so you want to wash yourself with that cold water, because warm water will let the oil kind of heat up, and wash yourself. I tried to do that a couple times to make sure that I got that all gone. So we talked a little bit about poison ivy. Poison ivy also grows on trees. Sometimes it's confused with Virginia creeper. So Virginia creeper has leaves of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The vine is smooth. It is not hairy. Now I don't know if we'll be able to see the poison ivy. Poison ivy is down here, leaves of 3. And it's really hard to see on this one, but as the vine gets bigger, it'll look hairy. It will have little root systems coming off of it. So poison ivy vines are hairy, Virginia creeper vines are not. So Virginia creeper you can just pull off and be fine. Poison ivy, if you pull it off, you have a chance of getting it. Game 2 cards to find that object. Let's see if you can do it. Pick any card. Pick another. Any card. And another. All right, what did you get, Charlie?
Huge, bigger than your head, and yuck.
Bigger than your head.
I got a small
And
head.
yuck.
I got O and heavy.
O and heavy.
Oh.
Oh, so that would be kind of like oh, impressive, right? Oh, and then something heavy. So just remember, we've already talked about poison ivy, so just make sure that you're not picking something up with poison ivy. Okay, off you go. Here is a little bit of the hairy vine just starting to come in. Find anything O and heavy?
No.
How about huge and yucky?
I got huge. It's huge. It's huge. Now I need to find something. Oh, I found something heavy. Can't hold it though.
What'd you find?
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool.
I found something yucky. God, cool. Not the spider web. I like the spider web. I don't like the bird food. Where's something? I found something. Oh, it impressed me.
Using our iSeek app, we found that it's called moth mullein. That's the type of plant it is. It's actually kind of cool. Oh, and heavy. Oh, yucky, heavy, big object.
Dry moss.
What is it?
Dry moss.
Dry moss.
Dry moss. So gross.
That bug's taking a nibble of you.
Yeah. Oh, heavy. The rings claim how old it is. I found a snappy, crunchy, and spotty stick. I found a cattail that was furry, soft, and bumpy. Hey, look, there's tadpoles in the water strider.
Thank you for joining us for the Go Find It class. You can do it too. All you need to do is make your own cards or order something online. But go find it at the Norma Johnson Center, find it in your backyard, or just go out to the local park and explore. Thanks for being with us today, and thanks to Amelia and Charlie.